Have you ever woken up feeling completely fine, only to suddenly feel dizzy, weak, or just off somehow? If you're over 60, I want you to stop and really hear this. Those moments are not something to brush off. Because for many older adults, stroke doesn't come with a loud alarm. It doesn't always start with slurred speech or a sudden collapse. It begins quietly, subtly, with habits that seem normal, harmless even, but that quietly add pressure to your brain and blood vessels morning after morning. Hi, and welcome. My goal today isn't to scare you, but to help you protect what matters most: your brain, your memory, your independence. And the good news is, just a few small changes in your morning routine can dramatically reduce your risk of stroke and help you feel clearer, stronger, and more stable all day long. In today's video, we'll explore 7 common morning mistakes that many people over 60 make without realizing it. I'll explain what's really happening inside your body when you do these things, and more importantly, what you can do instead to stay sharp and protected. This might be one of the most important videos you watch this year, so I urge you to watch until the end, because just one change could make a massive difference for your health. Let's begin with the first mistake. It's something millions of people do every day without thinking. Do you jump out of bed the moment you wake up? Most people do. The alarm goes off, and you sit up, swing your legs over the bed, and stand up to start the day. It feels normal, right? But here's what most people don't realize. When you stand up too quickly after waking, especially after a full night of sleep, your brain doesn't get enough oxygen, at least not right away. Why? Because when you sleep, your blood pressure drops, your circulation slows, and the moment you stand, gravity pulls blood downward, away from your brain. This sudden drop in blood pressure is called orthostatic hypotension, and for older adults, it can be dangerous. You might feel a bit dizzy or wobbly. You might feel like your vision blurs for a second. You might feel nothing at all. But inside, your brain is being deprived of oxygen. And in people over 60, whose blood vessels may already be less flexible or partially narrowed, that sudden pressure shift could be enough to trigger a mini stroke or even a major one. The fix is simple and takes less than 2 minutes. When you first wake up, don't jump out of bed. Take a few deep, steady breaths. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch your arms and legs. Sit up slowly. Let your body adjust before you stand. Then place your feet flat on the floor and pause for a few seconds. Only after that, slowly rise to your feet. It might feel like a small thing, but it's not. This gentle transition gives your brain time to catch up, and your circulation time to stabilize. Over time, it can reduce your risk of falls, fainting, or worse. If you've ever felt dizzy in the morning or nearly lost your balance, don't ignore it. That was your body trying to tell you something. Coming up next, one of the easiest changes you can make tomorrow morning that can instantly boost blood flow to your brain. And yet, most people skip it every day. Keep watching. Mistake number 2, starting your day without water. Now, I know this sounds simple, maybe too simple, but don't underestimate it. This one change could dramatically reduce your risk of stroke. Here's why. When you sleep for 7 or 8 hours, your body loses fluids. You're not drinking anything, but you're still breathing, you're still sweating. And by the time you wake up, you're already slightly dehydrated, even if you don't feel it. Your brain is made up of over 70% water. And when you're even mildly dehydrated, your blood thickens, your circulation slows, and your blood pressure starts to rise. That's a dangerous combination, especially in the morning, when blood pressure is already naturally higher and your vessels are more sensitive. And for older adults, the risk is even greater. Dehydration has been linked to memory loss, slower reaction time, confusion, and, you guessed it, increased stroke risk. It gets even worse if you take medications like diuretics. These are common for blood pressure and heart conditions. They pull even more water from your system during the night. So what can you do? Before you reach for your coffee, your pills, or even your phone, drink a full glass of room temperature water. Slowly, not all at once. Let it wake up your system. Let it restore hydration to your brain, your blood, your entire body. Think of it as opening the windows and letting in fresh air, but for your circulation. It takes less than a minute, but the impact lasts all day. Still with me? Great, because this next mistake is something almost everyone gets wrong. It's on your plate every morning, and it could be silently raising your risk of stroke without you ever knowing. Let's talk about mistake number 3, hidden sodium in your breakfast. You might think your breakfast is healthy. Maybe it's cereal, toast, or scrambled eggs. Maybe you keep things light. But here's the reality. Many of the most common breakfast foods are packed with salt, and not the kind you see. I'm talking about hidden sodium. It's in instant oatmeal packets. It's in frozen waffles. It's in breakfast bars, sausages, processed cheese, even healthy multigrain breads. And here's the catch. Your blood pressure is already higher in the morning due to natural body rhythms. Adding sodium on top of that? It's like pouring gasoline on a fire. Too much sodium stiffens your arteries, strains your brain's delicate vessels, and over time, dramatically increases your risk of stroke. Now, you don't have to give up the foods you love. It's not about extreme diets. It's about simple swaps. Instead of flavored oatmeal, try plain oats with a few berries or a sprinkle of cinnamon. Instead of sausage, try a boiled egg with avocado. Watch the labels. Look for under 300 milligrams of sodium for your entire breakfast. That one adjustment could change everything. And next, we need to talk about a drink that millions of people rely on to wake up. It's comforting. It's familiar. But if you're not careful, it might be doing more harm than good. Mistake number 4 is coffee on an empty stomach. Let's be honest. If you're like most people, coffee is the first thing you reach for in the morning, and it feels like the only thing that gets your brain going. But here's the hidden risk. When you drink coffee without eating anything first, your body goes into alert mode. Caffeine spikes your adrenaline. Your heart rate rises. Your blood vessels tighten. Your blood pressure shoots up. If you're under 40, that's not a big deal. But if you're over 60, with arteries that may already be less flexible, that morning coffee can silently strain your brain, especially if it's a large cup or more than one. It can also interfere with how your morning medications are absorbed, especially blood pressure or heart meds. So what should you do? Drink a glass of water first. Eat a light, brain-friendly breakfast, a banana, some whole grain toast, or a boiled egg. Then enjoy your coffee, ideally after you've eaten, and limit it to one moderate cup. This one change can dramatically reduce your stroke risk, and you still get your coffee. We've covered 4 major habits already, but we're just getting started. In the next segment, I'll reveal a morning symptom many older adults ignore, one that could be your brain's very first cry for help. Please stay with me, because this could save your life. Mistake number 5, ignoring subtle morning symptoms. Have you ever woken up and felt just a little off? Maybe your balance was unsteady, maybe your arm felt weak, or your speech was slightly slurred for a few minutes. It's easy to brush it off. Maybe you think you slept wrong or you're just tired. But please, don't ignore these signs. What you're experiencing could be a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, a mini stroke. TIAs often occur in the early morning hours when your body is shifting from rest to activity. They last only a few minutes and symptoms vanish quickly. But make no mistake, they are loud warnings from your brain that a major stroke could be on the horizon. Even brief dizziness, numbness, or confusion should never be dismissed as just aging. If you notice any of these signs, write them down. Track them. Talk to your doctor. There are even apps that can help you log and understand symptoms over time, because with strokes, time matters, and your brain doesn't shout, it whispers. You just have to listen. Let's move to mistake number 6, one that happens in nearly every home, every morning, without a second thought. And yet, it could completely undermine the medication meant to protect your brain. I'm talking about taking your morning pills incorrectly. Many older adults take medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or blood thinning. These aren't just pills. They're your brain's daily defense. but how and when you take them can either help or harm you. Have you ever taken your meds with coffee instead of water? Skipped a dose because you forgot? Taken them on an empty stomach when they should have been with food? These small habits can reduce absorption, cause side effects, or even lead to dangerous spikes or drops in blood pressure. One missed dose might not feel like a big deal, but it can open the door to stroke risk. And doubling up because you can't remember if you took them? That can be just as harmful. Here's how to stay safe. Use a pill organizer, morning, noon, night. Set phone reminders. Keep your medications next to a daily habit, like brushing your teeth. Never change doses without talking to your doctor, even if you feel fine. And always, always take your medications with water. Not coffee, not juice, just plain water. These pills are powerful. Give them the consistency they need to protect you. Now, we've arrived at mistake number 7. It's one of the most common and the easiest to fix. And yet, almost no one talks about it. It happens right after you wake up. Or rather, doesn't happen. Let me explain. It's the habit of holding in your urine first thing in the morning. I know, it seems harmless. You wake up, check your phone, maybe read a few messages or headlines, or just lie there a bit longer before finally getting out of bed. But delaying that first bathroom trip, especially if you're over 60, can quietly raise your risk of stroke. Here's what happens. While you sleep, your bladder slowly fills. By morning, it's under pressure. When you ignore the urge to go, your body responds by releasing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones tighten your blood vessels and spike your blood pressure at a time when your brain is just beginning to wake up and stabilize. If you already have high blood pressure or cardiovascular concerns, this small delay can push your system into dangerous territory. And for some seniors, that pressure can even trigger irregular heart rhythms. The fix is simple. When you wake up, listen to your body. Go to the bathroom right away. Before coffee, before emails, before anything. It takes just a minute, but it could protect your brain, heart, and blood vessels in a major way. Let's recap everything we've covered so far. These morning mistakes may seem small, but they add up. Fast. Rushing out of bed, skipping water, eating salty breakfasts, drinking coffee on an empty stomach, ignoring subtle symptoms, mismanaging medications, and delaying that first bathroom trip. Each of these habits puts silent stress on your brain and circulatory system. And over time, that stress can lead to memory loss, imbalance, and stroke. But here's the good news. You don't need a total lifestyle overhaul. You don't need new equipment. You just need awareness. Start with one habit. Just one. Maybe tomorrow, you wake up slowly. The next day, you add a glass of water. A week later, you switch your breakfast. Small steps create lasting protection. Because your brain matters. Your independence matters. And your mornings? They matter more than you think. If this video helped you or reminded you of something important, I encourage you to leave a comment. Let us know which habit you plan to change first, or share your own tips. Someone reading your comment might find exactly what they needed to hear. And if you want more science-backed health advice designed for people just like you, subscribe to Healthy Longevity. We're here to help you stay sharp, active, and thriving every single day.